time for Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you first today's layout. I don't think it's on Instagram. It's by Scrapbooking Quebec. And we're kind of, she's been offline for a little bit, so we're kind of trying to help out a little bit by scraplifting her and kind of giving her channel some love here. So the layout was actually about building clusters. So she's kind of got this nice ginormous cluster here on the right side of a single photo, and then she has a couple of vertical elements. And I think that's white cardstock. The lighting's a little hard for me to see, but that's what I'm seeing. And so what I have, honestly, is 3 photos. I decided that I wanted to get these. I was going through some old albums, and these were one of those magnetic albums, y'all. So it'll start turning the pictures yellow, which it kind of has. You can see on the edges. So I want to get those out of the album, and I found these, and I had fussed a while back that my daughter and my husband had gone to Montana hiking and all that, and they'd gone on a horseback ride and didn't take any pictures. And I was kind of annoyed because I had this hip kit collection from July that has like these little westerny things. So it has, you know, just a cowboy heart. There's little cowboy boots, things like that. And I was annoyed because I'm like, I could have used that collection, right? Well, then I found these. I'm like, oh, okay, problem solved. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to probably trim down this one just a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. Because I might can trim these 2 down, but not this one so much because I kind of want that building in there. So maybe not a whole lot, but I'm going to use them kind of going down the side, I think. Got to figure that out. And then I've got the papers here. I don't know yet. I'm kind of thinking, I like this, not this one. I do like this one, but not for this layout. I just had it in my hand, y'all. This one kind of, but I might, I don't think I can go up. Maybe if I go up, because I'll cover that up. But I kind of want this pink up here because of the pink. So I may use that, but, oh no, wait a minute, y'all. That's really pretty. Oh, I got to decide. Well, that's the first thing I got to do is decide, y'all. Oh, there's the stripe, though. Oh, this could be pretty. Look at that. Oh, that could be so pretty. So that might be what we do. This might be what we do. And then maybe I bring a little animal print just because, you know. Of course, then I'm cutting into 3 full sheets of paper, but I almost don't care. What if I do that? That's kind of pretty. All right. Anyway, so I got that, and then I've got all this ephemera here, of course, and the chipboard and these little flags, although I don't think I'm going to use these little flags. I haven't even opened these. These are tricky for me to use. I don't know why. They're a little tricky. And I don't know what the title's going to be. I have no idea. So let me get to cutting, and I'll come back on soon, and then we'll build the clusters together for sure, and we'll talk soon. All right, y'all. I'm doing this voiceover, and we have a major thunderstorm moving through. So if y'all hear thunder or lightning, or you hear me start screaming, holy cow, duck, well, that's what's happening. So what I've done at this point is I have cut the stripe paper, and I have cut the little cow animal print looking deal. And I've used actually a branding strip. She had a little strip over the top of, I think I said there was 2 elements. There's technically 3 when I looked a little closer. And so I used a little branding strip there. And I am inking the edges of these with Vintage Photo. I believe she inked the edges of hers as well. Regardless, I thought it looked good. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my animal print to my stripe. And I'm going to have my little branding strip over in the second. And you can kind of almost see that I have, well, you should be able to see it. The photos have been matted as well. I have double matted them. I did not end up using the 3rd picture because after I started messing with it, I go, it's going to be too tall, and I didn't want to cut weird sizes and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of liked how these looked anyways. You know, he's facing one way, I'm facing the other, and I just kind of liked them. So we're going to go with these 2, and I made it look like a single photo by matting them together on my photo mats there. All right, so I'm going to put all these together, and then I'm going to put my pictures down there, and then I'm going to start building my clusters in just a minute. I'm going to tell you a little bit, y'all. So what this trip was, it was in Cancun, actually. It was an excursion. We took a cruise. This was actually our 5-year wedding anniversary. I guess we called it our honeymoon, because when we did get married, we were real young, y'all. Way younger than we should have been. And so our wedding, we had a wedding, and we got married on a Monday, and that night we just went to a hotel. We did not have a honeymoon. So this was our 5-year anniversary, and that's when we did our kind of honeymoon, right? And so we'd gone to Disney. Yes, as a grown-up, you can go to Disney without children. That's what we did. And then we went on a cruise, and the cruise had little excursions, and he got to pick one, and I got to pick one. And mine was the horseback riding on Cancun. I think it was Cancun. I'm almost certain. It was either that or Cozumel, but I'm pretty certain it was Cancun. And he chose a jet ski riding deal, and I'm not even going to get into that story because, well, I might in a minute. We'll see how much time I have on my video.
real quickly, though, I have pulled out all the ephemeras over there. You can see I've laid them all out. And I'm looking at the chipboards. And what she did on her layout is she built a real big cluster. Now, my biggest trick here is she had kind of these neat ticket-looking deals. They were a little bit more vertical. She did have that round element, so I did pick that round chipboard piece. And it says, life is amazing. Go wild. Enjoy the ride. And it said since 2022. Obviously, this is 1996. Well, not obviously to you, but to me it is. It's 1996, so I can't leave 2022 on there. So I've got that little chipboard piece there because I do like it. And eventually, I'm going to figure out I need to cover it. And I'm going to get 3 little fishtail banner deals out of my ephemera over here. So I'll figure that out in just a second. But for the moment, I pulled out that circular element that says the thing I just read you. And then I did really like the 2 little people riding off into the sunset. The phrase isn't going to work, and I ended up covering it up, which is totally fine. But I really like that because, of course, we're riding. I know we're not holding hands or any of that kind of stuff, but I thought, well, that's kind of romantic and cute. All right, so now I've put down my pieces. I've kind of started. Oh, Saturn joined us. Oh, y'all, I had to take her to the vet. I know some of y'all are real fans of Saturn, and I had to take her to the vet. Turns out she had a UTI. She is pushing 14. I think she's about 14. Now, she's still very spry, or she has been. But she wasn't feeling too good, so we took her, and she does have a pretty bad UTI. So we got her some antibiotics, and hopefully she feels better. I built out my clusters. You can see all that. I glued some stuff down. I ended up adding a little cowboy boot. I've got howdy, 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 yeehaw, a little rope. I built all that out, and I've decided that the title is going to be Shoulda Been a Cowboy. I'm going to be real with y'all. We're from Texas. You can hear I've got a twang. I get it. I have ridden horses. I enjoy horses. I don't own any. I promise y'all I never rode one to school because I'm in Texas. I think I just said that, but I've been asked that, believe it or not. No, I never rode a horse to school. I have ridden them for fun, but I've never ridden it to school. But y'all, my husband, he's from the Dallas area, and he is as city as you can. He's just as city as you can imagine. He does not like the country. He does not like bugs, really. He doesn't care for animals outside, that kind of stuff. So he is as city boy as it comes. So this is a bit of a funny little title to me because he should not have been a cowboy. Anyways, but I did decide to call Should Have Been a Cowboy because, I think there's a country song like that, or Should Have Been a Cowboy. Yeah, that's a country song. So it struck me because I thought it when I saw it. So that's what the title's going to be. Now I'm going to have to kind of Frankenstein an E here because it's going to be, Ben needs 2 E's, and I only had 1 E left, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to buy another set of these little letters just for the E's. Because I did have to take my E and kind of Frankenstein it with another, my F, and turn it into an E. You can't really tell in the end here, but I'm going to have to Frankenstein that. And I end up with Should Have Been a Cowboy. I will handwrite the date underneath the pictures. I'm kind of thinking about a whole big story, but I don't know if I'm going to put a whole big story. I don't think I will. I mean, basically, this was just an excursion on our cruise, so... But maybe I should write that somewhere. I got to think about that. I'm not going to put a tag or anything, so I might write it on the back. We'll see. I didn't gut this paper, so I definitely have room. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this title here. And I kind of look at it for a second, and I don't actually add anything else. I think it's a nice homage to the original layout. I got a big, nice cluster. I'm actually kind of fond of how that cluster turned out. I covered up things I might normally not have covered up, but I thought, well, that still looks pretty darn cool. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and then we'll slow it down so you can see it. This was really fun. Please make sure you check out her channel. It's a good channel. She's got tons of videos. She's got a lot of subscribers, but she's quite talented. I love her voice too. Anyways, this is my version of her scrap lift, and we will... Oh, also, make sure you check out the link before. All the other ladies are playing along. So sorry. I should have said that at the beginning, but we do this every week, so I almost forgot. Anyway, we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.